To the music, let's go. I'm your boy Ro, managing editor for the new OBB Legend, which is set to launch this week. Let's go. And welcome to the next level. The next level is going to feature recently committed Jaden Rashada, highly sought after quarterback recruit, comes in with the accolades, comes in with the stars, and his own collection of Gator tears. I love it. And here you go, 3-by-1 look in the gun. Pay attention to the safety. He's tucked into the boundary, but he's starting to open up and get over the top. We'll pay attention to him later because it doesn't matter when you wear some cement shoes and you got a quick release, a quick trigger, and you got some conviction and gumption when you decide to throw the ball. This is going to highlight Jaden Rashada's toughness, his arm confidence, and his arm ability. So let's go. Let's start the clip. Now pay attention. Right now when he's deciding to throw the ball, which is right here, you see him? This is going to accentuate his quick release. You can see his arms start to go back into that cocked position. But where's he throwing the ball to? Well, this is anticipation. And I love this because when he decides to throw this ball, this doesn't necessarily look open. But watch what happens. You have the arm confidence to fit this ball into that window? My goodness. What a great, yeah, you stumbled out the block, son. Let's go ahead and back this up again. That's when he decides to throw the ball. This is what he's looking at. There's the safety shoes right there. There's the cement shoes, kept them in the middle of the field, turns around and delivers this dime. Great play. Now, last thing we got to pay attention to. Toughness. You saw the throw. It was exquisite. It was excellent. This is even more impressive. You know you're going to take a shot here. There's no doubt in your mind as a quarterback when you have a free release linebacker from the second level bearing down on you. That's a hellacious shot. So, arm confidence? Check. Arm ability? Way check. Toughness? Bang. So on the social media verse yesterday, I highlighted this play, old school, phone screen and grab. But this play needed the full Monty. It needed the red carpet. Because I love this play and the ability for Jaden Rashada to factor in the vertical passing game. He's an exquisite passer when he's throwing the ball downfield. Now, some things to pay attention on this vertical concept, 2-by-2 look. Here you go, ace gun. Pay attention when he goes ahead once again and when he decides to throw the ball right now. He's starting to go ahead and cock the arm. That's what he's looking at. Now, wide receiver, good job getting off that press jam. Now, I constitute this as like a cover 2 window, right? 2 safeties over the top. This is a man's throw. You're at the wide side of the field. You have to go ahead and throw this ball with a lot of conviction and authority. And here's your guy right here. Now, as he goes ahead and throws the ball and his arms got, it's too late, Holmes. You're now starting to open up. Watch how quick this ball gets into that window. Wham. Great ball. Need to back that up again, too, because I wanted to see something. I got to back it up even just a little bit more. Hey, we're going to the other play where somebody had a bang. There you go. Bang. All right, here we go. All right. So watch the safety. Watch the cat and mouse game. You've heard me say this on my channel before. Subtle shoulder warfare. It's so huge. As a quarterback, this is the guy that can blow it up. I got to be accounting for him at all times, right? So Jaden goes ahead and look at this guy. Stays in the middle of the field. Stays in the middle of the field. Stays in the middle of the field. Why? Because Rashada's shoulders is keeping him there. He hasn't tipped his hand, and that's what happens. Now he turns his shoulder. Now the ball comes out. You're late. You're never going to get there. You don't have the foot speed. And here's the result. High-level sophisticated quarterbacking there led to that. And we know what that is. Bang. Now this is going to be a quick clip and a potential voyeuristic crystal ball into Miami's future with Jaden Rashada under center. Because he's going to open up really quick. He knows there's no subtle shoulder warfare. He's immediately going to find what I feel he knew was a mismatch. And if Miami can garner the speed, especially right here in the slot, because this is stealing. So I like his ability to go ahead and find this play immediately. Opens up, heads in that direction, balls out. Still impressive when he decides to throw this ball, what he sees. He's in time, he's in rhythm. He just blew right by him. Great play. Way to find the mismatch. You get some speed for the guy with his ability to throw the ball downfield. Like results will happen. I'm going to try to keep it together on this clip because this is not a case of subtle shoulder warfare, but it's NBA point guard-esque in the fact the head fake, well, the head fake game was strong. But before we get there, let's appreciate this play for two simple facts. The quick release and the absolute cannon. Watch the play, the release, the cannon. Boom. Now, the head fake game. Do me a favor. Watch this defender. Watch this defender. And you don't think, as a quarterback, that I can manipulate a defense with either my shoulders or my head? Because first, we got to look at Jaden Rashada. You're going to see the actual head. There it is. Now, that's when it snapped. Did you see that? That's when his head looked seemingly to the right, then back even tucked further into the boundary. All right, now let's watch what it did to the actual defense. Pay attention to these two guys. Right here, right here. Just watch them now. Watch them in tandem. Go. What? Oh my goodness. You got a quick release, you got a cannon, and you can manipulate people with your head? He just made those two do a do-si-do rope-a-dope. I love it. Now you keep hearing me say it over and over on this film that Jaden Rashada can factor greatly in the vertical passing game. Now, I don't say the next line very often. It's not coach speak. It's not hyperbole. This isn't a college-ready throw. This is an NFL-ready throw. This is a seam. Pay attention to when he goes ahead and pulls the trigger. And this throw needs to be between that 17 mythical yard and 20-yard marker, because once it goes beyond that, then you're in safety territory. And that's exactly where this ball fits. But let's watch the throw. When he decides to throw the ball right now, you see him? Look at this. Stare at that. Right here. He's staring at a back. He sees the big numbers, 45. He is completely blanketing that slot receiver. But when you have this kind of confidence, when you have this ability, you have this zip in the middle of the field and this kind of a vertical concept, that's not covered. That's perfect. That is an NFL-ready throw if I've ever seen one. You know, I've watched plenty of film on Tyler Van Dyke, and Tyler does this quite often too, and I call them long handoffs. Now, you could be like, Ro, you're crazy. That's not a long handoff. It's a perfectly thrown ball down the hash. Yeah, well, in my estimation, you couldn't have made a more perfect throw downfield as if you turned around and handed the ball off to him. Because look at this surgical ball placement. That's a long handoff. Now, this is another checkbox that I just checked off for Jaden Rashada. Do you have the ability to make something out of nothing? And do you have the capability to be accurate from an adaptable throwing platform? Simply, I think in the past, like quarterbacks, they were taught to be refined, like your 1980s and 90s starting pitcher. You had to have the same delivery repeated over and over and over. But today's game, the RPO elements, the ability to be quick when you have defenders in your face, can you make something out of nothing? And let's go ahead and look at that come into action with Jaden. Right here. You see that? No. Poor defensive end. He's struggling a little bit. But he obviously gets him to flush out of the pocket. Now, as he's rolling to his left, as a defender influenced him, you see up here, upfield, you're running out of real estate. He just has this natural instinct now to be quick with it, to keep the wide receiver in bounds, because anything else, well, it's going to be a failure. So here's the quick play. There it is. Comes a little bit out of the side, but it kept his wide receiver in bounds. Did you see that? Again, Here's the defensive end, struggling a little bit, flushes him. I got to get quick. There it is. Quick 3/4 stroke, keeps him in bounds. Great. You know what exactly that reminds me of and what I constantly see? Look at these magicians. From the side. Yeah, get Jose Altuve out, that bum. And this is going to be the last clip of the evening. And as always, thanks to the sponsors on this screen, Ed Morse, Caneswear, and Tank Brewery. Always drink responsible. Must be 21 or older. But in this case, 3x1 look, it's not always about bullets and bulldogs. Sometimes you need a little touch and some butterfly magic. And Jaden Rashada does that here. 3 side up here to the field. One's going to go vertical, flood concept. Then you're going to have 2 leveled outs. I think he makes the right read, makes the right throw, and this is what you also like to see from quarterbacks. Can you throw on multiple trajectories? It's not always a straight line. Straight lines can get picked sometimes. And if he decided to throw this completely on a straight line, the undercutting linebacker would have had a pick. But watch it. It had just enough float to go where it needed to go. One more time. Let's watch it. Up and over. Good touch. I'm your boy Ro, and as always, stay dangerous, my friends. Bang.